Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am back with my Citrus Twist Kit Club for the month of October. I've still got some fun stuff to play with, and today I'm going to play with the specialty ticket paper. So we'll see what I can do with that. And I think this is going to be the title page to the Girls Trip Disney album. It's either going to be the title page or like a chapter divider. So I'll figure it out. Let's see what I can do. So what I have done here is ripped off the edges of that ticket paper, and then I just used that bird paper to mat my photo, or you can't even tell it's a bird, and then I added the doily. Now I marked where the ticket paper is going to be on the page, and then I grabbed a stencil and some Bow Bunny glitter paste, and quickly realized that the popsicle stick I was going to use is not going to work for me. So I went ahead and got my palette knife, and I'm just spreading a little bit of the glitter paste all the way around. And I'm not going to make you watch me do that, but I do go all the way around the entire space where the ticket paper is going to lie on top of it. And I'm just using a little bit at a time, and it's drying pretty quickly, and I'm being careful so I can just overlap it. And I'm just testing it out to make sure it's okay. And then I decide I want some gold sparkle peeking through each one of these little holes, so I just mark where the holes are. And then I just grab the glitter paste and messily put it over top where the holes are. Some places are a little bit thicker than others, but you know, it's kind of random and I like it. And I just go ahead and do that on every single spot. And then just double check to make sure that it's good, and it is. And I set that to the side to dry for a few minutes while I go and clean off my spatula and stencil. And then by the time that comes back, it's still a little bit damp, but it's dry enough for me. And I'm just deciding to ink up the edges here with peacock feathers, just to give it a little bit more definition against that gold glitter. And I am extremely happy with that, so I just add some ATG to the back of it, center it in between all that gold, give it a good press, and I'm like, yes, that works. And then there's a little bit of gold sparkly bits stuck to my mat, and I take those off. Now I decide to go ahead and add some ink around the edges to my photo. Like I said, you can't even tell that that's bird paper. It just looks like gray and white paper right now. And I am going to add this doily that also came in the kit. And I was actually thinking about dyeing the doily with some, with some distress stain or something like that, and totally saturating it with color. However, I decide not to. I turn it over and use my ink dauber to dab on some ink, and I'm like, I think that, I was hoping to get a little bit of the blue through the edges. And I turned it over and I'm looking and I'm like, yes, you can see it, and it's not as blue as I wanted it to be. This is awesome. And that's just me holding it over a part of the white paper that you can't see, where it's been inked. So you can't really tell in the video, I don't think, but in real life you can definitely see a slight bluish tinge to the doily, almost to the point where you're like, is there some blue there or isn't there some blue there? And I'm just messing around. I'm thinking about moving my photo a little bit up because I really liked that gold ticket right there that said Fun Pass, because basically Disney is an all-day Fun Pass. But I decided that it needed to be covered up. I needed the photo down in that corner. And I'm just going through these die cuts. These are from the Pink Paisley collection by Paige Evans. It is, oh shoot, I'm losing my mind. It's the brand new one. I can't remember. It's completely gone out of my head, but it is that die cut pack. And I'm just going through to figure out what might work on this layout, because I'm thinking that I'm going to put some things on top of the ticket paper, maybe tuck something under the photo, just trying to figure out some things. So I don't know why I'm moving around this heart in so many different places, but it's going to go on the page. I'm also going to use this star on the page. And then I decide to go ahead and use this tag. I've pulled out this tag for a couple layouts and never actually put it on the page, so it's high time it gets placed on a page. And I'm just going to layer it up behind the doily and the photo. And I'm thinking that the teacup might work on this page because it is Disney and there are teacups there. But then I'm thinking, oh, what if I use this as a little layering piece? So I keep that out. And it does get on the page, and you will see how in a little bit. And I'm just double checking to make sure that there are no more die cuts in that pack that I want to use. And there aren't, and I'm okay with that. I also make sure to pull out these exclusive epoxy stickers because I know I'm going to want to put some of these on top of my layout. And I know that I'm going to try to use up some of the letter stickers and some of the Maggie Holmes stickers that came that I just plopped down right there. And here are the letter stickers, and they also came in that same sticker pack. And I'm just trying to figure out what the placement of my title will be if I put it how I want. Now originally I was going to have the title say "We Could Go Every Day," but realistically that was going to go all the way across the photo, and I didn't want that to happen, so I changed the title to "Let's Go Every Day." And it's kind of driving me a little bit crazy that there's not an apostrophe between the T and the S and let's, but I'm going to let it go and just move on and not worry about it so much. Alright, so yay, magic of editing. That title is already on there and you don't have to watch me place letter stickers. Now I have also, in that gap of time that you didn't see me doing anything, I've also taken the heart and the star, the tag and the word everyday, and I did my favorite thing to do, which is plop some Versamark ink on there, the clear ink, and then clear heat emboss it with clear embossing powder. And that just changes up the texture a little bit because this is definitely a paper heavy layout. And I'm cool with that. And I decide to not tie the string through the tag, but instead make a bow and place it on the tag. And I've discovered that my Zots, which I have a huge amount of and need to work through them before they go bad, I guess. It's perfect for plopping a little bow like this, a little tied bow with twine. That little Zot holds on to it like nobody's business, and it's great. Before, I would take my ATG and kind of like ball up a little bit of gumminess, but the Zot is perfect. Don't even have to worry about that. Okay, and I'm just getting the placement for my title, and the heart and the star basically go back to where they were. Not completely and exactly in the same spot, but pretty close. Now I also have these enamel dots, and I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle these about the page and make some magic happen with those guys. Now I decide that this little arrow that says magical is going to stay. I wasn't sure about it, but he's going to stay. And I just pop them up on some foam, just like I popped up my photo. Because like I said, I feel this is a very simple page with the amount of paper, and it is a lot of paper, and I just want it to, you know, give some sort of dimension and texture to it. And now I'm back to the enamel dots and just figuring out where they should go. I mean, who would have thought that enamel dots were so hard sometimes to place. Now I decide to really emphasize this ticket in the middle that has 3, since there were 3 of us, and I put an enamel dot by each one of the 3s. And then I'm going to pull out these Citrus Twist exclusive enamel shapes, and I'm going to place these all over the tickets. The same, after I place a couple of these, I'm going to do the same thing with the Maggie Holmes vellum stickers. And I really like it. It just adds a little bit of extraness. That's totally a word in scrapbooking, extraness. It just adds a little bit more to all the little fun things that you're looking at this paper. So you're reading all the little fun things on the little tickets, and then there are additional ones now that I've added with the words. Oh, excuse me. The words and the little enamel dots and such things to put on there. And I gotta say, I had a lot of fun with this layout. It was a lot of fun. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I cut this part out of the video. There's some glitter bits and pieces around the white space of the cardstock as well. Now, I did that on purpose because I had accidentally had a little bit of a glitter line, and I just decided if I put it all over the page, it would look like it was on purpose. So one of those marks is not on purpose, but every other glitter splodge on the white cardstock is on purpose. Now I'm just going to go through these little vellum word stickers, like I said, and pick some out and place them on top of the tickets. Now some of them I placed within lines, some of them I just added. Some of them I covered up some things. It's just a matter of what seemed to be good to me at the time. And I feel like there's so many little teeny details at Disney that you don't notice the first time. So hopefully if somebody looks through this album, the first time they look through it, they'll see things, and then the second time they look through it, they'll see even more fun things. So that's the goal with this. The goal is always to have somebody look at the album more than once, I guess. I look at my albums on the regular, so do my kids. So, you know, hopefully that's a good thing, and I'm not driving anybody crazy with the albums. But you know what? If I am, oh well. It brings me joy. So, you know, that's what matters with scrapbooking. If you don't get joy out of the scrapbooking, you really shouldn't be doing it. All right, and I just decided to move a couple of the things around. I discovered that I had picked the same sayings in blue and in pink, and then I just decided to switch a few things around, just so it wouldn't be the same thing over and over again. Like, there are all different things to look at. And I think about adding a label, but that's not going to do it. And just in a few seconds, my phone's going to ring, and I'm going to stop the video, but I'm still going to scrapbook while I'm on the phone. So I'll be live in just a second here to finish out and tell you what I did, which isn't a whole lot more. And that should be coming up in just a second. Alright guys, so my phone rang while I was finishing up this page, and I just went ahead and finished it while I was on the phone. So what I did was I had cut out these flowers out of that little teacup and tucked them over here just because I wanted to give this little area a little bit of something else, and I just moved this star down to this tag. Now on this corner I added this sheet, this little piece from the cut apart sheet, and layered it up and moved these guys a little around, and added this little piece, which is, oops, knocked it off, which is part of that cup that I also cut apart. I just added our names here and what it was, and I believe that's all I did. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be the title page of our Girls Trip album. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.